What's up, good people? I hope you had a great holiday weekend. I don't know what July 4th exactly means to me. I don't know how I usually celebrate it. This weekend I kind of just chilled, hung out with family a lot actually. I got to go to a comedy show, which already starts off the weekend great for me because I love comedy shows, especially live comedy shows. What else did I do? Smoked a good amount of weed. And recorded a minimal amount of content. And I guess that's really what I want to talk about today. Because a lot of times I have some minimums or some goals I try to hit with how much content I'm making. But shit, that's some pressure. Wait, I want to show you this packaging actually. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so this packaging has nothing really to do with the strain itself, but 93 Fitness, we're going crazy with the packaging. This 93 Fitness, this strain is Gorilla Cookies? Yeah, Gorilla Cookies. But regardless, what was I talking about? Fuck. I was talking about the fact that I didn't make that much content in the last weekend. Really over the last few weeks, my content has slowed down some. I've been putting some time into a few other ways to making the videos. I'm trying to throw some skits in there. I'm trying to find my creative process to stay consistent. And with all that being said, it can get stressful, it can get overwhelming, and sometimes I said to be like, man, I'm gonna put the camera off, turn the camera off, I'm not gonna get on live, stuff like that, and I'm just gonna relax, and I'm just gonna do what I wanna do, and I'll film when I wanna film, and I won't film when I can't, you know. Sometimes it's just that mental space or mental block to where it's not the right time, and I don't wanna force it really. But today I was swimming, and I was saying to myself, really thinking to myself, sometimes taking a break is what's best for your content. That is what's going to make your content better, is that break. And I'm not saying year break, or it could be years break, don't get me wrong, but for growing channels, you do have to make content consistently, but you also have to put your mental health, your happiness, all that stuff ahead of making content. But don't get me wrong, sometimes that making content has to go ahead of at least your momentary happiness. But when it comes to your mental health and your stability, if that's going to be put at play, you should take a step back from content. Or if that's a recurring issue with content, or some people just really, their brain, social media can become a lot for them just in general. Maybe content isn't for you specifically, but this content really is about the fact that I think the best content is made when it's appropriate for it to be made, not forced, not forced, yeah, not put under pressure. You know, it's kind of I can imagine a musician, if they're under pressure to make music, I can't imagine that's their best music that they were gonna put out. And that's how I feel about content. Content is just like music. Music is under the umbrella of content. Videos, pictures, whatever, those things should be done in the time in which the artist is in the right headspace to do it. And then it's up to that artist to really figure out how to get in that headspace as much as possible in order to stay as productive as possible. And that's a lot of what I've been working on, is what processes do I need to go through to get in the correct headspace. Do I need to smoke this much weed? Do I need to smoke this less amount of weed? Maybe a little bit of caffeine. I need to exercise before in the mornings. I need to stretch so my body is not as tight. I need to do all these different things. I need to read more to stimulate my mind. I need to do more cardio, because a lot of that cardio high can stimulate thoughts and stuff like that just as much as, if not more, than we can. So all these different types of things that can help really stimulate the brain and stimulate creativity, which I'm always talking about on this channel, are things that I'm really trying to figure out to get on track to being as consistent as possible, and finding out what consistency it looks like for me, you know, and where am I happy? Like, do I need to just maximize 1 video a week? Do I need to do as good as I can on 2 videos a week? Am I okay just kind of getting out 4 to 5 videos a week? How much do I want to do on Instagram? How much do I want to do on TikTok? Like, balancing all these type of things, and then making kind of even my business stuff around that, and how much time I want to be spending on that versus how much time I want to be spending on writing, but versus how much time I want to be spending on exercising or whatever, and how much even I want to incorporate those things into my content. These are all things that I'm constantly thinking about. And for other people who are creating content out there, if you aren't thinking about these things, I think you're kind of selling yourself short, because I do think you should just start creating content. That's the key. But once you start to, I think once you start to grow, the most important thing is to focus on what you can do consistently. You know, I've had to scrape some things off the top a little bit just because right now it's not the time I can do it consistently. Or maybe I'll never be able to. Maybe that's the point in which I need to scale to add another team member to do certain things, you know. It's interesting. But our 20s are time to just kind of like learn about ourselves and learn about our efficient points and our deficient points and our efficiencies, what we do well, what we even want to be efficient at. Like, I'm not very efficient at making my bed. And to be honest, I have no want to be super efficient at it. It's not even like something I feel like I should be doing, and I'm not. It's something I don't care about. I get up, walk out, and then I go back to sleep in it again. And I've never had any issue with that based off of whether it was made or not. So I feel like what we give time in our life is what's important to us. So I've also been trying to figure out that. For example, for you guys that buy weed, which I'm sure are a lot of people who are watching this video. When you buy weed, for me, I'm also thinking about the fact of, okay, do I need a camera upgrade? Do I need better memory? Do I need a new hard drive? Do I need something for swimming? Do I need something for biking? Get that I'm kind of replacing or sacrificing to buy weed, and that kind of puts me in the right frame of mind of, all right, should I be putting this money towards this? Should I be putting this money towards weed? What's going to benefit me most at this point? And I do still consistently purchase and stuff like that, but at the same time, I'm trying to sanction off finances and things like that to figure out what my priorities are, because then your priorities are, your spending is kind of, not your spending is kind of, your spending is indicative of what your priorities are. And so I'm trying to see, like, sheesh. I mean, at the end of the day, I do just need to increase my income, but at the same time, with what I have, and with what I can consistently be making, like, what do I need to sanction off for hobbies? What do I need to sanction off for personal business? What do I need to sanction off for recreation? All these processes. So, as anybody, you can imagine, life is pretty complicated. I don't exactly know what this video is. This video is really just me saying, do what's right for you, I guess. But I think we should always be constantly testing what's right for us, because it's constantly changing. The surroundings around us are constantly changing. We as people are constantly changing. So we have to be constantly testing what's right for us, or I feel like we get too complacent or too comfortable in our place of what's right for us. I hear a lot of people be like, this is right for me, and I'd be like, were you in college when that was right for you? Or was your kid young? Was that when that was right for you? Or were you in high school when that was right for you? Because those situations are completely different. You know, for me personally, what was right for me in college, it is like damn near 180 from what is right for me right now. You know, and it could go back into a 180 in literally in 2-3 months, in the way life be going. you know. So I encourage you guys to always be challenging what your right is. How much time you're spending on things, how much money you're spending on things, how much emotional baggage you give something. That's something I'm personally proud to say, that I don't give a lot of emotional baggage to hardly anything. I'm actually underwhelming in how much emotional baggage I give to things. You know, some things that I should give a little bit of emotional baggage to, I fail to. It's just not in me. But even just how much we attribute time, energy, resources to certain things, and from what I've read and from what I've seen from people that seem happy at least, or are trying to achieve happiness as a life goal, you have to watch your time, because we do have a lot of it, but we also have a finite amount of it. And if too much time and energy and resources are being allotted to things that you actually don't give a fuck about, it's almost impossible to draw happiness from that, you know? And what you actually care about, not what you're supposed to care about, or what people around you care about, what like you wake up in the morning thinking about type shit, you know? Or at least as a kid you did. Maybe now the dream is lost, but if it is, smoke some of this Gorilla cookies. Maybe the dream will come back. I hope it does, for your sake. Everybody's content creation process is different, but all content is like content, you know. As simple as that is, all content, music, photo, pictures, animation, all that content is just content. And if you look at it like that, and you really focus on the fact that you make content that you like, that you're passionate about, that you want to put out, that you want people to see, really, and if you focus on doing that, kind of the rest will take care of itself, and you'll spend the time necessary to put out the vision that you now can see as kind of your skill set revolutionizes, and as my skill set revolutionizes the same way. Like, spend a little bit extra time on the videos because I learned a little bit more about what I could put into the video to make it look a little bit better, add an extra element that you guys might like, or try to keep your attention a little bit longer. For example, if you're still in this video right now, I definitely appreciate it, because you truly like what I have to say, I suppose. But guys, I definitely appreciate you tuning in. I definitely appreciate you hanging with me. This J is about done. I hope you guys had a great holiday weekend, for real. I hope you have a great rest of your week, for real. Enjoy these NBA finals. I think I have the Suns winning it, but I want the Suns to win it too. I think the Suns are about to be America's team for this next couple weeks. I think so. I don't think there's too many Milwaukee nationwide fans, but Chris Paul has fans everywhere, so. Enjoy this basketball. Enjoy this tennis. Enjoy your smokes, your edibles. Enjoy your lives, guys. See you later.